Their true feelings for you were revealed last night. Don't scroll, listen to this, because if you are here right now, this message is for you, and your heart needs this right now. Take a slow breath and stay with me, because what happened last night didn't happen by accident, and even if you couldn't see it, even if no message came through, even if no words were spoken, something real and irreversible surfaced in the quiet where truth always waits. Listen to this. Last night, when the noise softened and distractions faded, their defenses finally lowered, and in that stillness, their true feelings for you rose up without filters, without excuses, without the stories they tell themselves during the day. Don't scroll. This wasn't imagination. This wasn't wishful thinking. This was a spiritual moment where awareness arrived before action, and awareness always comes first. Your heart needs this right now because you've been sensing a shift you couldn't explain, feeling waves of emotion that didn't feel like they were entirely yours, noticing thoughts of them arrive suddenly and then pass, like a signal brushing against your spirit. Listen to this. That's because when souls are connected, distance doesn't silence truth, it amplifies it. And last night, the universe created a pause just long enough for them to feel what they've been avoiding. Don't scroll. They felt the weight of your absence energetically, not just physically. They felt the difference between having access to your energy and realizing that access is no longer guaranteed. They felt the space you created by choosing yourself, and that space spoke louder than any confrontation ever could. This message is for you because your spiritual awakening changed the frequency of the connection, and when one soul rises into clarity, the other is forced to feel the truth or feel the loss. Listen to this. You didn't do anything dramatic. You didn't threaten to leave. You didn't demand answers. You simply stopped overextending, stopped filling silence with hope, stopped carrying uncertainty like it was your responsibility. Don't scroll. That quiet strength is what triggered last night's revelation. Your heart needs this right now because you've been wondering if pulling back meant giving up, when in reality, pulling back allowed the truth to surface without resistance. Listen to this. In the quiet hours, they replayed moments with you they thought they'd buried, your patience, your understanding, the way you showed up without guarantees. And alongside those memories came a realization they couldn't ignore anymore. They were risking something real. Don't scroll. Risk is what wakes people up when comfort kept them asleep. Your heart needs this right now because you've been carrying doubt about whether you mattered as deeply as you felt, and last night answered that question on a soul level, not with words, but with awareness. Listen to this. Awareness doesn't always lead to immediate action, but it always changes the energy. And energy, once changed, cannot return to its previous state. Don't scroll. That's why today feels different. That's why you might feel calmer yet more emotional, grounded yet tender, steady yet aware that something is unfolding. This message is for you because you are standing at the edge of a turning point, and the universe is asking you to stay present instead of rushing the outcome. Listen to this. Signs have been surrounding you to stabilize you while this revelation integrates. You saw 11. 11 when you questioned whether this connection was destiny or just familiarity, reminding you that awakening is active. You noticed 222 when you felt torn between waiting and choosing peace, calling balance back into your life. You caught 333 when emotions surfaced unexpectedly, urging you to honor your feelings without suppressing them. You saw 444 when you felt unsure, wrapping you in protection while truth gathered momentum. Don't scroll. These signs weren't about predicting what they would do next, they were about anchoring you while clarity took root. Your heart needs this right now because anchoring prevents you from slipping back into old patterns when emotions rise. Listen to this. Last night's revelation wasn't just about love, it was about accountability. They felt the weight of time, the realization that later is not endless, that opportunities don't wait forever when souls are involved. Don't scroll. That realization is unsettling for someone who relied on your patience to keep things comfortable. Your heart needs this right now because comfort for one person often meant sacrifice for the other, and sacrifice without reciprocity was never meant to be permanent. Listen to this. You may sense their energy hovering, curiosity, restlessness, a pull toward you that feels urgent yet uncertain. That's the echo of last night's truth settling in. Don't scroll. Echoes are not the same as action, and this is where discernment matters. Discernment doesn't mean closing your heart, it means observing without rewriting reality to feel safer. Your heart needs this right now because you've rewritten reality before, and it cost you time and peace. Listen to this. If they act, notice how they act. Does clarity replace ambiguity? Does consistency follow emotion? Does presence show up without being prompted? Don't scroll. Real change stabilizes. Fear-based reaction fluctuates. Your heart needs this right now because you deserve stability, not cycles. Listen to this. It's okay if part of you still hopes they'll speak, reach out, or finally say what they realized last night. Hope isn't wrong. But hope no longer gets to override self-respect. Don't scroll. You are allowed to want connection and still require alignment. Your heart needs this right now because alignment is the language your soul understands. Listen to this. You might also feel grief for how long you waited, for how much you gave, for how simple things could have been if truth arrived sooner. Don't scroll. Grief doesn't mean you were foolish. It means you were sincere. And sincerity is not a weakness. Your heart needs this right now because you've judged yourself for caring deeply, when caring deeply is how you stayed human. Listen to this. Last night's revelation did not bind you to an outcome, it freed you from uncertainty. You are no longer wondering if they feel anything. You know something real surfaced. What happens next is not yours to control, and that's a relief, even if it feels unfamiliar. Don't scroll. Relief is your nervous system recognizing safety. Your heart needs this right now because safety is the foundation of the love meant for you. Listen to this. You are not here to chase a confession or extract reassurance. You are here to stay aligned with peace while truth reveals itself through action or silence. Don't scroll. Silence will either be broken by courage or exposed as avoidance, and both outcomes give you clarity. Your heart needs this right now because clarity ends cycles gently instead of dragging them on. Listen to this. The universe is not rushing you, it is guiding you. It is asking you to move slowly, to feel fully, to trust what your body tells you before your mind negotiates it away. Don't scroll. When you imagine returning to the old dynamic, does your chest tighten? When you imagine staying grounded and letting things unfold, does your breath deepen? Your heart needs this right now because your body has been honest with you long before your thoughts were ready. Listen to this. Last night was not the end of the story, it was the moment the truth stepped into the light. And truth, once revealed, does not disappear. It rearranges everything around it. Don't scroll. You are allowed to let that rearrangement happen without interference. You are allowed to receive what aligns and release what doesn't without guilt. Your heart needs this right now because guilt kept you stuck, and freedom is your next chapter. Listen to this. If these words feel like the universe speaking directly to you, it's because you were meant to hear them now, before you doubted yourself again, before you minimized what you felt, before you settled for confusion. Don't scroll. Stay present. Stay grounded. Stay open. This is part 1 of a truth unfolding, and what comes next will not require you to abandon yourself. The universe has already spoken once last night, and it will continue to speak through clarity, peace, and alignment. Don't scroll, listen to this, because if you are still here right now, this message is for you, and your heart needs this right now. This second part goes deeper into what last night actually shifted, because the revelation didn't end when the night ended, it continued into today, into this moment, into the quiet awareness you're carrying right now, even if you can't fully explain it yet. Listen to this. When their true feelings surfaced last night, it wasn't just emotion, it was confrontation, a confrontation with truth they had been delaying for a long time. They were forced to see the gap between what they felt and how they acted, between what they wanted and what they were willing to risk. Don't scroll. That kind of realization doesn't come gently. It comes with discomfort, with regret, with the sudden understanding that time is not as endless as they pretended it was. Your heart needs this right now because you've been blaming yourself for their hesitation, when hesitation was always about their fear, not your worth. Listen to this. They realized last night that your presence in their life was not guaranteed, not replaceable, not something that would wait forever. They felt the weight of the moments they delayed, the conversations they avoided, the chances they assumed would always be there. Don't scroll. That awareness hit them not as panic, but as gravity, heavy, unavoidable, real. Your heart needs this right now because gravity pulls truth to the surface whether someone is ready or not. Listen to this. You may have felt a strange emotional wave last night or this morning, a mix of calm and sadness, relief and tenderness, clarity and longing. Don't scroll. That wasn't random. When souls are connected, emotional realizations ripple across the bond. You didn't imagine it. You received it. Your heart needs this right now because you've been questioning your intuition, when your intuition has been guiding you accurately all along. Listen to this. This is what spiritual awakening looks like in relationships, not fireworks, not dramatic confessions, but awareness arriving quietly and rearranging everything. You are no longer blind to patterns. You are no longer romanticizing silence. You are no longer confusing effort with intention. Don't scroll. That shift in you is what made last night unavoidable for them. Your heart needs this right now because your growth activated truth in the connection, and truth cannot stay buried once activated. Listen to this. Angel numbers may have appeared again after last night, not loudly, but subtly. 1111 reminding you that awakening is active and irreversible. 222 urging balance between heart and self-respect. 333 validating the emotions you felt even if you didn't express them. 444 reassuring you that protection is surrounding you while clarity unfolds. Don't scroll. These signs are not asking you to wait longer, they are asking you to stay aligned while outcomes reveal themselves naturally. Your heart needs this right now because alignment prevents you from slipping back into old roles when hope resurfaces. Listen to this. There is a difference between love that awakens and love that drains. Love that awakens challenges you to grow. Love that drains keeps you small. Last night, they felt the awakening. And awakening is uncomfortable when someone has benefited from your emotional availability without fully honoring it. Don't scroll. They felt the possibility of losing access to your energy, and that realization was sobering. Your heart needs this right now because you've been giving access without boundaries for too long. Listen to this. You are not required to act on what they realized last night. You are not required to initiate conversation, seek confirmation, or offer reassurance. Awareness does not demand reaction. Awareness demands observation. Don't scroll. Observation is power without force. Your heart needs this right now because force kept you exhausted before. Listen to this. Pay attention to what happens next, not immediately, but consistently. Do their actions begin to align with what they felt? Does clarity replace ambiguity? Does presence replace silence? Don't scroll. True change stabilizes. Fear-based reaction fluctuates. Your heart needs this right now because you've mistaken fluctuation for progress in the past. Listen to this. It's okay if part of you still hopes they will speak what they realized. Hope does not make you weak. But hope no longer gets to override your standards. Don't scroll. Standards are not ultimatums, they are truths you live by. Anything aligned will meet them naturally. Anything threatened by them will reveal itself. Your heart needs this right now because standards protect your future self. Listen to this. You may also feel grief surfacing, grief for the time you waited, for the words that came too late, for how simple things could have been if honesty arrived sooner. Don't scroll. Grief does not mean you were wrong to care. It means you loved sincerely. And sincerity is sacred. Your heart needs this right now because you've been judging yourself for feeling deeply, when depth is one of your greatest strengths. Listen to this. Last night's revelation did not bind you to an outcome, it freed you from uncertainty. You are no longer wondering whether they feel anything. You know something real surfaced. What they do with that truth is their responsibility. Don't scroll. Your responsibility is to stay grounded in peace. Peace does not rush. Peace does not beg. Peace observes and chooses. Your heart needs this right now because choosing yourself no longer feels like abandonment, it feels like alignment. Listen to this. You may notice that you're no longer rehearsing conversations in your head, no longer checking for signs with desperation, no longer pausing your life for a maybe. Don't scroll. That's not detachment, that's self-trust. Self-trust is the foundation of every healthy connection. Your heart needs this right now because self-trust replaces anxiety with clarity. Listen to this. If they reach out, notice how your body responds. Not what you think, what you feel. Does your chest soften or tighten? Does your breath deepen or shorten? Don't scroll. The body tells the truth before the mind negotiates it away. Your heart needs this right now because your body has been guiding you longer than you realized. Listen to this. You are allowed to move slowly now. Slowness reveals reality. Speed hides it. Don't scroll. There is no prize for rushing back into old dynamics. The prize is peace. Your heart needs this right now because peace is no longer optional, it's essential. Listen to this. You are not losing love. You are losing confusion. You are not being left. You are being led. You are not being punished. You are being protected. Don't scroll. Protection sometimes feels like distance before it feels like relief. Your heart needs this right now because relief is already beginning to settle in. Listen to this. The universe did not reveal their feelings last night to pull you backward, it revealed them to free you forward. Awareness is not a hook, it's a release. Don't scroll. You are allowed to let things unfold without interference, without overthinking, without returning to old roles. Your heart needs this right now because you've outgrown those roles. Listen to this. What happens next will not be decided by hope alone. It will be decided by truth in motion. And truth in motion always favors alignment. Don't scroll. Stay present. Stay grounded. Stay honest with yourself. This is part 2 of a truth unfolding, and you are no longer standing in the dark wondering what they feel, you are standing in awareness, protected, guided, and ready for whatever aligns next. Don't scroll, listen to this, because if you are still here right now, this message is for you, and your heart needs this right now. This third part is where everything that was revealed begins to settle into truth, not as noise, not as anxiety, but as deep knowing, the kind that doesn't shake you anymore because it finally makes sense. Listen to this. What was revealed last night didn't just touch their emotions, it reached their conscience. It reached the part of them that can no longer pretend they didn't know how deep this connection really was. Awareness has a weight to it, and once it lands, it doesn't leave quietly. They are carrying that weight today. You might not see it, you might not hear it, but you can feel it, that subtle energetic pull, that sense that something is being processed behind the scenes. Don't scroll. Souls don't process truth on the same timeline as minds. The mind looks for excuses. The soul looks for alignment. And right now, their soul is louder than their excuses. Your heart needs this right now because you've spent so long doubting what you feel, when what you feel has always been accurate. Listen to this. You didn't imagine the shift. You didn't misread the signs. You didn't overfeel. What you sensed was truth arriving early, before it showed itself in words or actions. That's part of your spiritual awakening, you feel truth before it becomes visible. Don't scroll. Awakening sharpens perception. It doesn't make you dramatic, it makes you aware. And awareness is what protected you from staying stuck in cycles that relied on your silence. Your heart needs this right now because you've been taught to distrust your intuition when it didn't match someone else's behavior. Listen to this. Behavior lags behind awareness. Always. That doesn't mean awareness is wrong, it means change takes time to integrate. Don't scroll. This is where many people make the mistake of rushing clarity, confronting too soon, or offering reassurance that isn't asked for. But listen carefully, this phase is not about you doing anything. It's about you not undoing the growth you've already embodied. Your heart needs this right now because you've broken the pattern of overfunctioning. Silence no longer scares you. Distance no longer feels like punishment. Waiting no longer feels like your responsibility. Listen to this. That is power returning to you. Don't scroll. Your soulmate is being confronted internally with something they avoided externally, accountability. Accountability doesn't arrive with shame, it arrives with recognition. Recognition of what they stood to lose. Recognition of how much emotional safety you provided. Recognition of how much you carried without being asked. And recognition always brings a crossroads. Your heart needs this right now because crossroads reveal truth cleanly. Listen to this. Some people rise when faced with truth. Others retreat. Both responses are information. Neither is your fault. Don't scroll. The universe is no longer asking you to guess which one they will be. It is asking you to watch calmly. Calm watching is new for you, and that's why it feels unfamiliar. Your heart needs this right now because unfamiliar peace can feel like emptiness at first. Listen to this. That emptiness is not loss, it's space. Space for truth to act without interference. Space for alignment to reveal itself without force. Space for you to breathe without carrying anticipation. Don't scroll. Space is where destiny rearranges itself. And destiny does not rush when it wants something real. Your heart needs this right now because you've rushed before and paid with exhaustion. Listen to this. Angel numbers may feel quieter now, not because guidance stopped, but because integration began. 11. 11 doesn't need to shout once awakening anchors. 222 doesn't need to repeat once balance starts settling. 333 doesn't need to insist once emotions are honored. 444 doesn't need to alarm once protection is established. Don't scroll. Quiet signs are a sign of stability. Your heart needs this right now because stability is unfamiliar when chaos was once the norm. Listen to this. You are also being asked to grieve honestly now, not dramatically, not destructively, but gently. Grieve the version of love you hoped would arrive sooner. Grieve the conversations that never happened. Grieve the waiting you thought was patience but was actually self-abandonment. Don't scroll. Grief is not weakness. Grief is integration. Your heart needs this right now because what you integrate no longer controls you. Listen to this. This connection is no longer suspended in fantasy. It is grounded in reality now. Reality may bring reconciliation, or it may bring release. But either way, it brings clarity. And clarity is the gift you ask the universe for, even when you didn't realize you were asking. Don't scroll. The universe heard you every time you whispered, "I just want to know the truth." Last night was part of that answer. Your heart needs this right now because answers don't always come wrapped in closure, sometimes they come wrapped in calm. Listen to this. Calm is how you know something is aligning. Anxiety is how you know something is misaligned. Today, beneath the emotion, there is calm. And that calm is not accidental. Don't scroll. That calm is the signal that you are no longer operating from fear of loss. You are operating from trust in yourself. Your heart needs this right now because self-trust is the foundation of every love that lasts. Listen to this. If they reach out now, notice the quality of the energy, not the words. Does it feel grounded or rushed? Honest or rehearsed? Present or guilt-driven? Don't scroll. Guilt seeks relief. Truth seeks resolution. Resolution takes consistency. Your heart needs this right now because consistency is what you deserve. Listen to this. You are allowed to take your time responding. You are allowed to ask for space. You are allowed to say nothing until you feel clear. Don't scroll. Urgency belongs to fear, not destiny. Destiny moves with certainty, not panic. Your heart needs this right now because you've mistaken urgency for passion before, and it led to imbalance. Listen to this. You are no longer here to rescue anyone from their own awakening. Awakening must be chosen, not managed. Don't scroll. Managing kept you tired. Choosing keeps you free. Your heart needs this right now because freedom is the natural result of truth accepted. Listen to this. If this connection continues, it will continue on new terms, honest, mutual, steady. If it ends, it will end without destroying you, because you are no longer attached to confusion. Don't scroll. Either outcome respects the person you've become. Your heart needs this right now because respect is the language your soul understands. Listen to this. You are not late. You are not behind. You are not foolish for loving deeply. You are right on time for clarity. Don't scroll. Let the unfolding happen. Let action speak. Let silence reveal. Let peace guide. This is part 3 of the truth, and from here on, you are no longer waiting for someone else to choose. You are already chosen by your own alignment, and that changes everything. Don't scroll, listen to this, because if you are still here at this exact moment, this message is for you, and your heart needs this right now. This is the ending, the place where the noise finally quiets and the truth lands gently but firmly, and I want you to hear these words as if God Himself is speaking to you, not to frighten you, not to rush you, but to steady you and remind you that you have been guided every step of the way. Listen to this. I saw what was revealed last night, even before you felt it. I saw the truth surface when defenses fell, when excuses grew tired, when honesty finally had room to breathe. I saw the weight lift from your spirit the moment uncertainty loosened its grip. You've been carrying questions for so long that you forgot what certainty feels like, and now that it's arriving, it may feel unfamiliar, but unfamiliar does not mean wrong. Your heart needs this right now because you've been strong for too long without reassurance, patient for too long without clarity, loving for too long without safety. Hear me clearly. You were never asking for too much, you were simply asking the wrong place to meet you where you already stood. Don't scroll. I need you to know that what was revealed was not meant to pull you backward into longing or waiting, it was meant to release you forward into truth. Awareness is not a chain, it is a key. And once a key turns, the door does not lock again. You are no longer meant to wonder what they feel, no longer meant to guess where you stand, no longer meant to dim your intuition just to stay connected. Your heart needs this right now because clarity is not cruel, it is compassionate. Listen to this. I did not allow you to awaken just to test your endurance. I awakened you so you could stop surviving and start choosing. Choosing peace. Choosing alignment. Choosing yourself without guilt. You have learned what love feels like when it is uncertain, and now you are being prepared for what love feels like when it is safe. Don't scroll. Safety does not mean the absence of emotion, it means the presence of trust. And trust begins with trusting yourself. Your heart needs this right now because self-trust is what anchors you when emotions rise. Listen to this. If they step forward now, it will not be because you waited harder or loved louder, it will be because truth reached them when they could no longer avoid it. And if they do not, that does not mean the truth failed, it means the truth freed you. Both outcomes are protection. Both outcomes are mercy. Both outcomes honor the growth you earned. Don't scroll. I am not asking you to close your heart. I am asking you to stop bleeding for connections that refuse to heal themselves. You are allowed to be open and protected at the same time. You are allowed to care without carrying. You are allowed to hope without postponing your life. Your heart needs this right now because you've confused patience with self-sacrifice in the past, and I am teaching you the difference. Listen to this. You were not wrong for loving deeply. You were not foolish for believing in potential. You were not weak for staying when it was hard. You were learning. And learning does not end in shame. It ends in wisdom. Don't scroll. Wisdom is what you are holding now. It's quieter than hope used to be, steadier than fear ever was, and stronger than doubt could imagine. Your heart needs this right now because wisdom allows you to move forward without resentment. Listen to this. I know part of you still wonders if there will be words, a message, a confession that matches what was revealed. And there may be. But I need you to hear this, words are not the prize. Peace is. Consistency is. Alignment is. Do not trade your peace for explanations that arrive too late or actions that do not last. Don't scroll. You do not need to chase closure. Closure arrives when you stop arguing with what you already know. Your heart needs this right now because arguing with truth kept you tired, and rest is holy. Listen to this. I am not taking anything from you. I am removing what cannot grow with you. I am clearing space for love that meets you without confusion, that chooses you without fear, that stays without conditions. Don't scroll. Clearing space can feel empty before it feels full, but emptiness is not loss, it is preparation. Your heart needs this right now because preparation is how blessings arrive gently instead of chaotically. Listen to this. You are not behind. You are not late. You are not missing out. You are right on time for the version of love that honors who you have become. Stop measuring your journey against timelines that were never meant for you. Don't scroll. Comparison steals peace, and peace is what I am building in you now. Your heart needs this right now because peace is the foundation of every miracle that lasts. Listen to this. If you feel relief mixed with sadness, that is healing happening. If you feel calm beneath emotion, that is alignment settling in. If you feel stronger without hardening, that is growth integrated. Don't scroll. These are signs you are moving correctly. Your heart needs this right now because doubt has been loud for too long, and it's time for truth to speak softly and stay. Listen to this. I am proud of you for not closing your heart when it would have been easier. I am proud of you for choosing yourself when guilt tried to stop you. I am proud of you for listening when your soul whispered instead of waiting for pain to scream. Don't scroll. You were never alone in this process. Every sign you saw, every number that appeared, every moment of clarity that arrived, they were confirmations, not coincidences. Your heart needs this right now because confirmation strengthens faith. Listen to this. As this chapter ends, let it end with dignity. Let it end with gratitude for what it taught you. Let it end without bitterness. You do not need to carry anger into your next season. Release it here. Don't scroll. Release does not mean forgetting, it means no longer allowing the past to decide your future. Your heart needs this right now because the future is asking for your presence, not your pain. Listen to this. If these words feel like God speaking directly to you, if they feel like truth instead of fear, I want you to do something intentional. Write, I choose peace or I trust what's next, in the comments. Let it be a declaration, not for approval, but for alignment. And if you want to keep receiving messages that ground you, guide you, and remind you who you are when emotions rise, subscribe to this channel. Not because you are lost, but because even awakened souls need reminders while they walk forward. Don't scroll. Hear this one last time. You are loved without conditions, guided without confusion, and protected without effort. What is meant for you is not behind you. It is ahead, moving toward you with clarity, consistency, and peace. And you do not have to chase it. You only have to stay aligned.